Hi, everybody. Welcome back to day 2 of the journey of getting my Liliana themed Magic the Gathering arena deck to Mythic in ranked. That's the goal that we have right now. And I talked a big game yesterday saying that this deck was so good. Everyone hates this deck because it's so good. And then anyone who watched my stream yesterday saw that I was the butt of the joke with the card draw. And isn't that just how it goes sometimes? It all comes down to the card draw. It comes down to what the computer gives you. But yeah, it was not good, guys. It was not good yesterday. We did make it all the way to the top of bronze, which is something, I guess. So today, the goal is to make it to, hopefully through silver. That would be really, really good for me if we could do that. That would make me happy. I'm gonna do the same things yesterday where I was keeping track on my phone of the wins and the losses. I figure if we're at about 6 wins for every 10 games that we play, like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, that's a good win rate to get us pretty high through the ranks. Yesterday's... Yesterday, let me pull up the notes, guys. It was 7 losses and 3 wins. So, really quick. Work chat. Okay, got it. Thanks. Gotta keep up appearances, right? 7 losses yesterday, 3 wins. I did go into my deck and I made some tweaks. So let me show you. You're not gonna know what it was before, but I can tell you what I did. I just took out a couple cards that I thought were a little bit fluffy. Like, they're nice to have in there, but I don't use them all the time. They're the cards that I commonly sit on when they're in my hand. All that good stuff. Just gotta make sure everything's set up right. Sorry. All that good stuff. So I took out some bloated cards, and I'm trying to focus in on the mechanics that I said yesterday were really good. So, like, the zombie synergy. What else? Destroying everything the other player has, just all that. So yeah, I guess let's jump in and let's see if it works better. How are you guys doing? My chat is totally empty. Is there even anyone here? I hope there is, but if not, catch the VOD. How are you guys doing? How's your Thursday? It's almost Friday. I also turned the music on in this game because I thought it was so quiet in yesterday's stream. Let me know if the levels are okay. Let me know how it sounds, if you like the music, if you like it quiet. Yeah. I hit the right thing, right? I hit ranked. I'm pretty sure that's what I hit. That's all I've been playing. I also made myself another coffee because I feel like we're gonna need the energy for this today, you know? We're gonna need the moral support that coffee provides. Right off the bat, it's looking pretty good. We've got a 2 cost, 3 cost, 3 cost. This is a 4 cost. I don't generally play the God of Fright. I usually play the Lantern because people think it's really annoying. So, okay. Yesterday, I did my fair share of shitting on blue players. And then I feel like I'm kind of playing a black deck, almost like it's a blue deck. Is that bad? Is that bad? Is that wrong? Because what I hate about blue players, and I promise I'm not going to spend too much time on this, okay? I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Blue players really like to just, shut things down. With their stupid counter spells. And the other thing is blue players really like to go on your turn. They go on your turn, it's your turn, you have a flow, you have cards you want to play, and they just get in there. And they're like, actually, my turn, I think? And I'm like, no, it's not your turn. How about it's not your turn, it's my turn. Why don't you respect my turn and let me finish? So I have Terror Grid's Lantern down. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card of their choice. It's small, but it builds. It stacks with other things. And you lose life enough times and you start sweating. And then you gotta get rid of stuff. Ooh, good card. Good card. Yikes, that's a good card. So... that's tough. Start with Terragrid's Lantern. See what they pick. Maybe come in with Eldest Reborn. So first they sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, which I appreciate that includes planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are the other thing that I think is so hard to get rid of unless you have specific removal for it. So planeswalker or creature. The next one is going to be discards a card. The next one is going to be I get to put someone on the battlefield from a graveyard under my control. So there's kind of that graveyard like synergy, the beginnings of it that this deck has. Honestly, though, I don't think it's going to save us. They ramped really fast. So, I'm just going to throw down my Ghoul Razor and let them have this one. It's a warm-up! It's a warm-up, right? We just started. Yeah, go for it. You earned that one, fam. White decks can ramp so fast. It still amazes me sometimes, and that's why white is such a fun color to play, I think. Unlike blue. Okay, I'll stop. Okay. One loss. Not a great start. Not a great start. Let me note that on my phone here. One loss. Can you see it? Can you see it? One loss. Let's try again. So, zombies. Playing stuff from graveyards. Other people's graveyards preferred. A lot of Liliana planeswalkers. Because they're all really cool in their own way. And a lot of general scary stuff. I tried to put a fair amount of, like, weird shit in here. Like, black cats and demons and little horrors. First thing I'm noticing is that we have kind of a lot of land. I feel like we're land heavy. And it might just be this draw, but I removed like 5 non-land cards, and I'm thinking I'm gonna need to go back and also remove some land cards to even out the split. That's okay. Looks like we've got a black-red opponent. I've got some good stuff lined up. We have a fair amount of land. Black cat here, you already know. When it dies, they discard a card. I love that. Let's get our Unstoppable Slasher in there. Just keeps coming back. They lose like half their life if they take any damage from it, which is so good. If people aren't paying attention and they don't know what that is, and then it hits them, they're like, what just happened? What just happened to me? Okay, looks like we have something from the Final Fantasy set. Fun fact, I was completely offline in this game for the entire Final Fantasy set, so I have no idea what came out during that set. I was living life. I was doing other things. Let's go Jadar next, because if we use the Soul Shackled Zombie, there's nothing to exile from anyone's graveyard, so it's not going to be maximum benefit. But if I put my Jadar in at the beginning of your end step, it creates a zombie for me. We love that. I'm going to go ahead and attack with my Slasher, see if I can either get their health down or get one of these guys out of there. I think that one has a, no, that one doesn't have an effect. This one has an effect. What's this one's effect? You may sacrifice another creature if you do draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, lose 1 life, gain 1 life. Transform into what? Oh my god. Angel Nightmare Avatar. Sephiroth, one-winged angel. Whenever a creature dies, you get an emblem. Holy cow. We can't have that, guys. I'm gonna get the Leyline of the Void in there because it seems like maybe this is gonna be a deck that draws from its graveyard. So I would rather no one gets their graveyard than they get their graveyard. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and attack with this guy and also the cat. Just because if the cat dies, they discard. Perfect. Fell for my trap card. Discard a card. Into the pit. What is that? Oh my god. Wasn't I just talking about black, white, red yesterday? I think I mentioned Ruinous Ultimatum, which is such a good card. Such a good card. That's a black, white, red. I'm not a fan of red, but black, white, red is pretty good. Red is like, to me, I don't think it's the strongest color on its own, but if you mix it with some colors that are actually strong, it can be a really nice augmentation, I think. Okay, now we're gonna go for the Soul Shackled Zombie. I'm gonna exile what they have from their graveyard, just so that they can't bring that back. They can't mess with that. You know those red decks that are like, you can cast instants and sorceries from your graveyard? No. No thanks. I don't like that. And I don't like the ones that you can cast lands from your graveyard. Let it die. Let it die. How about if it's in the graveyard, just let it rest? Heard of it? Oh my god, this is so much land, guys. I'm lousy with this stuff. They're gonna have some stupid, like, lightning bolt or something, huh? What was that? Vincent's Limit Break? When this creature dies, return to the battlefield. Yeah, alright, that's good. Oh, but it didn't die, it was exiled. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about, okay? I know this is like a graveyard deck. But like my graveyard, not their graveyard. Now I need some life gain. And I have that in this deck. But if we're gonna drown in land, I think we might not see it this time. Holy cow. Let's at least attack. I swear I have more than just land in this deck, you guys. I have more than just land. I promise. Okay. We're ready for the future. We're ready for next time. We're ready for next time. This is why I say, like, that card, Spectacle of Destruction. I have 4 of those in this deck. That card is really good. Here we go, we're ready for it. Because anytime a creature dies with that card, I get to draw a card. I get to seek a card, a non-land card on the next turn. So anytime one of these zombies that has decayed would die, I would be like stacking up the counters on that card so I can seek a non-land card. So we're paring down. We're trimming. This deck would have been so cool this round if I had other things besides just land. So we'll fix that. Oh my god. Oh. The good news is I think they also just have land at this point. Please just have land. Yes! Okay. Almost there. One away. One away. And we pulled Liliana's Triumph, which is great because if they play a creature, we'll have them sacrifice it. So we got this in the bag, guys. We got this in the bag. Unless they can rip 8 health off me in the last turn here. Check it, check it, check it. We finally did it! We did it! 1 loss, 1 win. I'm happier with those odds. I'm happier with those odds. And we ranked up to silver! Woo! Yeah, let's get some land out of there. Let's get some land out. So we're silver. I got this deck to silver. That's really good. So let's head in. How many lands do we think we should remove? That's the question. I took out, I would say probably 5, less than 5, 4 non-land cards. So I think I'll pull out 2 swamps. Let's try that. Let's try that. Sometimes you can't avoid it though. It can't be helped. You know how it is. The computer, as in real life, gets you on a streak of just land after land after land. I had a friend over last weekend and we were trying to teach him how to play Magic because he's not experienced with it. We made ourselves really bad decks. We made him a really good deck because we knew that he'd get discouraged if we didn't let him win. And still, even so, he was like, I just have nothing but land in my hand. I'm pulling nothing but land. Fun game. I'm like, that's just how it is sometimes. I'm sorry. I don't control it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, right off the bat, we have Leyline of the Void down, which is good because you want to disempower blue players as much as you possibly can. Bantu's Monument. Black creature spells you cast, cost 1 less to cast. Always helpful. And then we have the loss and gain of life, also right off the bat. Let's start strong with Phyrexian Obliterator. They're going to counter it. They're going to freaking counter it. Hit him with the snooze face. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can't hear me. I got a notification that my mic was offline. It's gone now, but let me know if at any point you can't hear me. Okay, they have Unlicensed Hearse. Midnight Clock. That's fine. Artifacts. Artifacts. So they've got a lot of like blue artifacts going on. Let's get it rolling with the Accursed Marauder since they can't counter anything. Plus these are just great to stack in my graveyard. Sacrifice a creature. Get it out of there. I don't want to see it. Then let's go in with the Tithing Blade. Yeah. That one's great because it's a dual use card. You play it once to get them to sacrifice a creature. And then you can exile a creature of your own, either from the battlefield or the graveyard, and it turns it into something that, like, seeps life off them. Of course, they're gonna exile my cards for me, so maybe we don't get to use that, but that's okay. Got the stupid Puppet Companion. God. Blue players, am I right? Okay, let's go for Waste Not. I love Waste Not. First of all, it's super witchy, which is just wonderful. Second of all, it's really good. So if I can get them discarding stuff, then I get to like leech off of everything they discard. Okay, Ghoul Razor isn't really gonna do anything for me because like everything is exiled. I'm not gonna get those cards back because they don't get released if I destroy this. Maybe I'll just get it in there for the sake of like having damage on the board. Let's try it. I think Liliana would say zombies are expendable. Just do it. Just go for it. Oh, they didn't counter it. You could tell they wanted to, though. You could tell in the hesitation. And I'm not gonna say that counters are always bad. In fact, one of my best decks has like 2 counters in it. It has a negate and it has a like an annul or something like that. But it's a 5-color deck. And mostly... Here we go. Let's go ahead and attack. Get some damage in. And then I'm gonna... Do we do it? It's the only damage we have on the board. Let's not do it. No, let's not do it. Okay, what was I saying? 5-color deck. Usually, I only use the negates and stuff to keep people from destroying something of mine. So, like, an opponent is going to target one of my enchantments. The enchantment is super clutch. So I'll like negate their spell and be like, you're not going to destroy my thing. I'm keeping my thing. Thank you very much. It's a small deck too, huh? Kind of small. So there is a time and a place. Man. That's like the biggest fuck you. That's like the biggest fuck you. Return all the permanents to your hand. Okay. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. God. That's so obnoxious, chat. God, they just drew so many cards. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, Leyline of the Void for sure is going back out. I'm not letting them have a graveyard. They're not having a graveyard, chat. Okay? Waste not. Just in case they discard. God, that's annoying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate this. This is my worst nightmare. Oh. They're gonna counter it. Ooh, they didn't counter it. Okay, good, good, good. Good, good, good. Let's get Leyline of the Void back out there. They don't want me to be exiling their graveyard. That's fine. I have a bunch more Leylines of the Void. God, that's so annoying. Oh my god, I'm like so drained from this right now. But that's why we have to keep going, chat. We have to not stop. Because the only way that a blue player is gonna win is like over my dead body, literally. Everything in me wants to concede to be done with this horror. But that's what they want. And then they're really gonna think they're God's gift to this game. So they're gonna have to put all their time and effort into it. All their time and effort into it. I'm not letting them get off easy with this. Man. Which one? This one? This one. Oh my god, they're gonna counter that too. They're gonna counter that too. Ah! Okay, they didn't counter it. They're so annoying. They're so annoying. Okay. It's my... Let me have a turn. God. Guys, no, okay. This is what's gonna make the journey up the ranks even more sweet. It's fighting all these losers like this. I'm probably gonna lose. But it will have been a test of endurance. And if I can make it after a round like this, no one can stop me. But I will say, this is why I usually play like 5 colors instead of just monocolor, because I think the best way to be effective against a monocolored deck is to utilize the strengths of every color, because there can be really good synergy between the different colors. And usually these really successful monocolor decks are banking on like 1 or 2 solid mechanics to ruin everything. And so since this deck is also using 1 or 2 main mechanics, maybe 3, to do everything, if theirs is stronger than mine, I have nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can do. And that's frustrating. However, all their stuff is tapped, which means they can't counter anything that I do. So let's get the Tithing Blade in there. Do I have anything? No creatures in the graveyard. Let's get... How much did that leave me with? 3? That's fine. A Cursed Marauder in there. Clear out some of those creatures. Let's get... Ghoul Raiser in there. Ghoul Raiser will get one of my zombies back to my hand before they get a chance to exile it. How about that? Ha 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 ha. Couldn't even block it. Couldn't even block it. So annoying. It's fine. Chat, I want you to think about the worst experience you've had in recent memory. And then I want you to imagine that, like, tripled. That sucked. That sucked a lot. Okay. 2 losses. 1 win. 2 loss, 1 win. Should we reflect on this experience at all? Are there any tweaks I should make to my deck based on what just happened? You know what it is? Here's what it is. That like milling thing and like the exiling stuff from the graveyard, and that like all that stuff felt really what's the word? Violating. I feel like I need to like defend myself in this deck. I need like ground seal or like some sort of like, well, but I can't put ground seal in there because if I use ground seal, you can't play anything from a graveyard. My whole thing is playing things from graveyards. I wish that there was like a black equivalent of Counterspell. I don't know. I'm gonna think on that. One of my favorite cards, actually, against blue players is Gaia's Blessing. It's a green card, and that's the one where if Gaia's Blessing is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than your hand, I think, like if it's put there from your library, just milled into your graveyard, it will shuffle your graveyard back into your library. Mill decks hate it. They hate it, and I love that. But it's green, obviously, so I can't use that in this black deck. We'll just think about it. We'll meditate on it. Stay on it and pray on it. Let's play another round. Let's play another round. I'm hoping this is a red-white. I would have a better chance against a red-white. Right off the bat, we've got 2 cost, 3 cost, 4 cost, 6 cost. I think that's going to be fine. Creature, removal, creature. The Hourglass Coven is one of my favorite cards. It's so overpowered. You get 3 creatures for the price of 1. They all have a really cool effect. So yeah, this one should be more fun. White, good sign. Good sign. Let's get our girly in there. Oh. Okay, maybe mono white. Hit him with the Oath of Liliana. Can I just say, Liliana looks so good in like every card. Every picture. I wish I looked like that. I can't. She's so cool. She's so cool. It begins. Chat. It begins. Okay, seems like cleric, angel. I hope they have something other than creatures. I hope they have something other than creatures. My husband gets really annoyed with me when we play Magic together because I always play enchantments or artifacts. I play like enchantments, artifacts, a lot of stuff like that that's kind of up in the corner, tucked away. And he's like, that's so annoying. And he always plays green so that he can play, what do we do here? Discard a card. Yeah, pay 2 life. He always plays Back to Nature so he can destroy all my enchantments. But he's like, why? Why do you do this? Why are you always playing enchantments? It's so annoying. And I'm like, listen, creatures are the most vulnerable thing you can possibly play in Magic because everything targets creatures. Everything targets creatures. Everything comes for creatures. And it doesn't matter if you have a ward. It doesn't matter if it's indestructible. It doesn't matter. Because most cards have something for that. You know? And I feel like enchantment removal is so much more rare. You have to really think about it, and you have to really find specific targeted stuff to remove enchantments. And often it's at more of a price. It's like more of a cost to, you know, with the exception of green, which I think really focuses on and specializes in removal of enchantments. Every color removes creatures, but green is the only one that really removes enchantments and does it well. So I'm just more robust that way. Let's see, let's get our funeral room in there. Let's go ahead and attack with these two. Funeral room is great because whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So a lot of these little cards that stack that ability, they add up really fast. Funeral room, you get like you get the Tithing Blade in there after you turn it into the Consuming Sepulcher. You get like Trespasser's Curse, all these little tiny cards. And then you're like leeching life here and there, everywhere you go. Black is so good for that. She's good. She's sexy. I got a message. Okay, it's all good. That being said, it's a lot of fun when you have a ward on all your creatures and they glow. And they glow. Discard. Get it out of there. Okay. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, first of all, they only have 9 life left. So if we do a full attack, they're gonna have to block it, which means we're gonna get someone out of there. I can take a hit if they hit me on the next turn. What are we gonna do? Bold. Okay, let's get the Crypt Feaster down so we have another blocker. Let's get Rotten Reunion in there and get... Let's take the Angel of Vitality out. That card is really annoying. Along with Hallowed Priest. I think Hallowed Priest is like the most annoying white card. But you know what's most annoying about it? Is not actually what it is. Because this is pretty basic. A lot of cards do this. But it's that every white player uses Hallowed Priest. Every white player uses like the same cards. It's Hallowed Priest. It's, what's that one? Soul Warden? What's the one where it's the girl and she's like, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, get that guy out of there right away. Soul Mender? Soul Warden? Soul Warden, right? Something like that. Anyway, we have enough to kill these guys. This guy. GG. So they use Hallowed Priest. They use that card. They use the Angel of Vitality. I'm just now seeing that this deck is a black-white deck. That's at least a little more interesting. But, yeah, it's like all the same cards all the time. And you see these cards come through and you're just like, please. Please do something else. Please, God, I'm begging you, do something else. anything else. You could have all the same other cards in your deck, but just take those ones out. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's another win. We're doing better. We're 2-2. 2 loss, 2 win. I should just have like a counter up on the screen, shouldn't I? I'm gonna do that for the next one. Okay. Okay. 2-2. I bet today we could at least make it to like the second silver tier, right? We're at baby silver. We can make it to like child silver. Maybe even teenager silver. Hey, nice! Nice! Waste Not. I love that card. They're gonna make me discard. Oof! Oof! I'm thinking maybe discard is a mechanic that I shift focus away from on this deck. I'm not sure. You guys haven't seen a lot. Yeah. You guys haven't seen a lot of the discard action this deck can do, but it does have a fair amount in there. Let's see what we've got. So, a Cursed Marauder. That's a good one because I could play it now. Baleful Mastery. Aclazot. Gisa. Let's get these 2 out of here because these are the ones I won't be able to play with the current land that I have. And it looks like I didn't have land on deck. But I did get land just now. It's okay. It's okay. Sacrifices a non-token creature. So that guy's not going to help us right now. That's fine. Let's defend. Let's defend ourselves. Yeah. Westvale Abbey's cool, though. If you're not familiar with that one, that's cool because you can, like, make a bunch of little guys, and then you can sacrifice those guys to get this crazy demon. And I feel like demons are on brand with Liliana, right? She has a whole demon thing. Oh! Nice! Okay, before that one goes, I'm gonna exile it just because I don't want them to bring that back. I always bring that one back. I don't want them to bring it back. Oh my gosh. Wow! Hellmaxer. I love that. I love that. Okay. 5 cost and pay 1 life. Create a token. So it's gonna have to wait until I have 5. Okay. Turn down the music a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now is where our game starts. I think it's too late. I think it's too late. Hey, Lethal Mayonnaise. Good to see you again. Oh, man. Shielded the Apocalypse. I gotta hand it to this guy. They're giving Mono Black a good name. I have most of these cards in my deck also. How big was their deck? I should have viewed the battlefield. Guys, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong with this deck? Give me some tips. 3 losses, 2 wins. See it? 3 loss, 2 win. I feel like I'm just getting outmaneuvered, you know? Okay, let's take a look. Blot out. Breathe your last. Painful quandary. Polluted bonds. 3 cost, 3 cost. 5 cost, 5 cost. 3 land. I think we got a shot. This time, I'm gonna pay attention to the cards that, like, don't help me, you know? Because these cards are good and fun, and they do come in clutch sometimes. But I could play the same, what is it? Spectacle of Destruction. Accursed Marauder. And maybe throw in like a Gisa the Hellraiser. Just over and over and over again, and probably win a lot more. You know what I mean? I don't know. I always try to have my decks be too much, I think. Okay. Black-red, slow start. This is good. I'm getting a lot of land. I have a lot of high-cost cards. Okay, good. Okay. I love Painful Quandary. I'm gonna play this one. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, they lose 5 life unless they discard a card. 5 life is so serious. It only takes 4 of those to kill the average player. I'm really good at math. So. Yeah, which is, yeah. Let's see what they do. Oh my god, another witch's oven. That's so many ovens. This is turning into a witch's bakery. Okay, let's go for Polluted Bonds, because they're playing a lot of land. So I could be getting life off of the land that they play. I love this picture too. This is very like Sleeping Beauty, right? It's Sleeping Beauty, the one where Maleficent like does the wall of thorns around the whole castle when the prince is trying to save Sleeping Beauty. I know my stuff. Let's go Dreadhorde Invasion. Dreadhorde Invasion a la War of the Spark, right? Right? Do you see it? Do you see the theme? You see the theme? Yeah. Whoa, what is that? Clackbridge Troll. Target opponents create 3 white goat creature tokens. Tap this creature, gain 3 life and draw a card. Ew. Okay. Let's do this. Bye! Oh, they're gonna use their witch's oven, aren't they? Yup. Yup. That's fine. Use your oven. Make your pies. Ooh, okay. Let's get in there with the Liliana's Mastery. Get those zombie tokens going. Now we're getting the feeling like zombies on the board. We've got a horde. What's this? Mayhem Devil. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. That's nice. That's like versatile. I appreciate that. And War of the Spark. I feel like I should make a black-red deck. Or maybe black-white-red. I haven't made a deck that's just those colors before, I don't think. And I have a green-white-red that's really good for me. Pretty good by my standards. Pretty good for play, you know. But black, white, red, I think that could be really cool. Ooh. Ooh. They have a lot of tokens going on. Oh, bye. Bye. Nice playing with you. Nice playing with you. Okay, 3 losses and 3 wins. We're doing good. We're doing good. That was fun. Okay. I'm just gonna peek this deck one more time. Let's just see. We've played a few rounds with it. Let's see how we're doing. I'm gonna look at my higher cost cards here and just see if there's anything I can ditch. Polluted Bonds, Painful Quandary, Grievous Wound, Geese of the Hellraiser, love Blasphemous Edict, Zombified, Torment of Scarabs, Soul Shackled Zombie, Settle the Score, Raider's Wake. Grasping Shadows, Drag to the Underworld. You know, I probably don't need 4 Crypt Feasters. Right? I have other stuff that is also 4 cost, other creatures that are also really good. So I'm gonna ditch maybe 2 of those, and because I'm doing that, I'll take out like 1 land. Let's see how that feels. Let's see how that feels, because Crypt Feaster is not... It's not redeeming enough to me to warrant 4 of them. You know, Accursed Marauder, Fleshbag Marauder, those are the ones that are like, okay, give me 4 of those. But I don't think that this, I already forgot what it's called, the one I just removed, is worth that. So I'm hoping you guys get to see some other cards. Okay, good split. Accursed, Gravelighter, Unstoppable, Slasher, Polluted Bonds, Cruel Reality. Cruel Reality. Reality is cruel. Ha ha ha. That's my Liliana impression. Ha 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 ha. I think she'd have a good Team Rocket cackle. I don't know. I've never heard her laugh. I don't know if she has canonically ever laughed. Let me know if there's like a card that has a sound where she laughs. But in my mind, Liliana's got a good like Jessie. Ha 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 ha. I really want to be Team Rocket for Halloween, but I don't know where I'd get a wig. I don't know where I'd get a Jessie wig, honestly. And even if I found one, how would I hold it up? It would have to be... Dang, this is tough. This is tough. I think we ditch... What do we ditch? What do we ditch, guys? I mean, we ditched the most expensive one, right? Because that's the one that's the farthest from what we'll be able to play. But how would you hold that up? You can picture her hair, right? If you've seen Pokemon. Okay, I'm just gonna play this. Oh, I should have done a creature card. That's okay. That's okay. Live and learn. You can picture it, right? It's like red and it goes back and down, but it's like up. You know, her hair goes like up. It would have to be made of something solid, I think. Super strong hair gel? Do they make that? Do they make that? That would have to be like paste. Wow, the way I have no cards, no land cards. Chat, you saw me. I only took one land card out of this deck. Holy cow. Okay, let's put these in order or I'm gonna lose it. I am gonna lose it. Land, 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 land. Please. Ooh, is this also a black-white red deck? Oh my god. What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna play this one because technically this enchantment still has an effect that is unique, even if I don't get to use the part where I'm like killing a guy, which is always preferred. Death is always preferred, but you know, take what I can get. At least they also have nothing to play. What is happening? Here we go. Okay, at last. Let's get the unstoppable slasher on the board. Oh my god. Okay, they also got a land, so I had to send so much stuff to my graveyard, guys, and it wasn't even creatures. It was all enchantments. Lord of the Accursed, nice. I'm pretty sure I have that same exact card. Go ahead and play my Gravelighter. Why not? Ripperino, indeed. Okay, unstoppable slasher. Lose half your life rounded up. Like 1 or 2 more hits with that and it's in the bag, chat. Look how big their deck is too. 233. I respect that. I respect that. Necropanther. Ooh, with mutate. Are they gonna have mutate? In a black, white, red? That's interesting. That's interesting, because that's like, I guess technically that mechanic is 5 color. But you usually see it in the green decks. Oh. You usually see it in the green decks. So, I think we're probably gonna need to nip that in the bud. Let's hit him with the Accursed Marauder. Okay, chat. I think one more hit. One more hit with the Unstoppable Slasher and we're there. She's back, baby. Can't keep her down. Nice! Yo! Okay. I mean, we're gonna definitely have them exile that, but it's good to see. What's that meme? Same hat? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like same hat, and you see each other across the way. I gotta find that. See, that's why. That's why you exile that. They're just bringing stuff back left and right. Okay, Torment of Scarabs. I could do Tithing Blade to make them just sacrifice the Leonin, but since I'm still waiting for my Slasher to untap, I think it would be better. I just get a feeling like, I don't know. I feel like Torment of Scarabs would be good. Because then it's like, you're going to lose 3 life unless you sacrifice something or discard. But then, no, we should do Tithing Blade, right? Because they only have 1 creature right now. So we don't give them the chance to play another creature, which makes sure that this creature is the one that dies when I play the blade. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's control, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. What do we say, chat? Make it the right choice. If you make a choice, you have to make it the right choice. But then they got this guy down. Protection from demons. Protection from dragons. Ooh. Okay, this is when I think we're gonna go Torment of Scarabs. This creature does not have vigilance. It does have first strike, so if we wait for them to attack us, tap the creature, they become exposed. It does have lifelink, so they would gain life, but with Unstoppable Slasher's ability to cut that in half, I think it'll be worth it. So we'll hold off. Ooh. Okay. Undead Butler is out. God. Protection from demons, protection from dragons, but not protection from black. So... get out of there. Get out of there. Be gone. I need more land. Please give me more land. Ugh. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Me? They gave me a swamp. Thank you. Thank you. Well, what do we do, guys? I think we do Eldest Reborn. Right? I think we do Eldest Reborn because then they're going to sacrifice a creature. And we want them to sacrifice as much as they can because when they're out of things to sacrifice, they lose life. So let's do this. If they sacrifice a creature because of this, that's one less option that they have for the Torment of Scarabs. So. Oh, but the other one has double strike. Let's hope they don't beef it. Oh god, they beefed it. Oh no. Alright, that was good. That was good. I respect that. And chat, it's the land. It's always the land. I had no land. I had dynamite cards in there, but no land. Oh no, we lost one. Oh, Face ID didn't recognize me because I was making a... Not F! Oh. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. It's okay. This is the pattern. We lose and then we win. We lose and then we win. That's how it's been all day. We're at 4 losses. 3 wins. Let's reflect on this situation. I think it was pretty good. I just didn't get any land. So let's see if we get more land this time. If we continue to not get land, I might add some more land back in. So chat, how's y'all's day going? How's your Thursday? Are you having better luck in your endeavors than I am today? Okay, 2 land, 1 cost, 2 cost, 3, 4, and 5 almost exactly. Well, yes, exactly. I think that'll be okay. I have said that I have a lot of low-cost cards in this deck, and then you're not seeing that at all. But I do have a lot of low-cost cards in this deck. I just am not getting them for some reason. White card. I have like 4 Rotten Reunions in this deck, so I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use it. Chat, this is your reminder to hydrate if you haven't been drinking water. What are they waiting for? Why did that take so long? So, I think this is going to be a good split with Trespasser's Curse will gain life off of anyone they play. I feel like green-white, they're going to make tokens. Ghoul Raiser. You know, I want to believe that Ghoul Raiser is a really helpful card, but so far, it hasn't been really serving me, I don't think. Maybe I'm just not, like, drawing the right combination of how I would plan to use that card, which is I'd have my Accursed Marauder or my Fleshbag Marauder, essentially. Those force the opponent to sacrifice a creature. Those go to the graveyard. Okay. Green players, am I right? Those go to the graveyard. I use Ghoul Raiser to bring them back over and over again. But I feel like it's not working out that way. That almost never happens. You know, like it's a good idea, but it almost never happens. So what I do have is Spectacle of Destruction finally. I've talked enough about it. You all know what it does. But finally, this card is so good. I'm actually really surprised that I don't see more people use this card, more black players, because it's so good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. I feel like we're about to see it in action. How many do we have? We have 4 land. So let's do Bastion of Remembrance. Create a white human soldier creature token. If they attack me, my creature will die, I'll get a counter on my Spectacle of Destruction, and I'll get life from my Bastion of Remembrance. Ooh, okay. The spell can't be countered. Protection from blue. Thank God. I'm gonna go ahead and settle the score on this big boy here. Don't have anything for that. Oh! Did I just get white countered? I hated that. Chat, I hated that. Of course they picked Trample. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna block it with my guy. I know they have Trample, so I'm still gonna take 4 damage. But I'll get a little bit of life, and I'll get a counter on my Spectacle of Destruction. Here we go. Perfect. Ooh, but that one's good too. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna use my Invasion of Innistrad on the Shifting Ceratops. Get another Wreck counter on my enchantment. And then, I love Invasion of Innistrad. You get so many zombies from it. You get so many zombies from the Invasion of Innistrad. I hope I'm saying that right. That's how... Okay. Chat. You might not know this about me, but I was a spelling bee kid. Okay, I was a spelling bee kid. And in spelling bees, to be successful, you have to learn a lot about origins of words. First of all, let me get this guy out of there. You have to learn a lot about word origins because that informs the spelling of words that have like sneaky... Okay. That have like sneaky pronunciations. Like French words, for example, where they have like a million vowels and a million silent consonants just shoved in there. But if you know that about French words, and then you ask in a spelling bee, you're like, oh, language of origin? Baguette, language of origin? They say French. And you think, oh, well, okay. Probably has a silent E on the end. Because it ends in a consonant. It's French. Probably has a silent E on the end. And then there you go. Okay. Liliana's Mastery. 2 zombies. Don't GG me. Don't GG me. It's not over yet. You don't know. You don't know. It's not over till it's over. I don't say GG till I know it's over. Oh, okay. It's over. GG. I was ready for that to be over. Anyway, based on my experience, that is how I would guess that you pronounce Innistrad. But I could be wrong, and I'm open to that, okay? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to that. So, that makes 5 losses. 5 losses, 3 wins, 8 total games. We're still at a lower ratio than I would like to be at for wins. You know, before we jump into the next one, let me just take a couple... Did I already take the Ghoul Razors out? No, right? I'm going to take a couple of those out because I think they're not helping me. Ghoul Razor. 4 of those. Let's get a Swamp out of there. Let's bring that down and see if that makes a good difference. Because it's not that that mechanic is bad. You know, bringing those zombies back with Ghoul Razor, it's just not happening. So it'd be better to cut the fluff and focus on what is working than to have these like hopeful, like I'm not particularly attached to Ghoul Razor. It's not a particularly cool card. I don't enjoy it. I just have it because I thought it would be useful. Let's get it out of there. I mean, we still have 2, but you know. Can't believe I got white countered. I always forget about Mana Tithe. Every color gets a counter except for black. Boo-hoo. Okay, Graph Harvest. That's useful. Nowhere to run, Tithing Blade, Ghoul Razor still. So we're getting a lot of our lower cost cards here, which is really good. Graph Harvest, let's get that in there. Zombies you control have Menace. That's just like utility, you know. Looks like white. Cool card. Final Fantasy. Chat, were you Final Fantasy fans? Are you Final Fantasy fans? I've never played it. Let's go Nowhere to Run on that one. Get it out of there. Creatures your opponents control can be targets of spells and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof. That's good because I feel like white uses hexproof, right? White is kind of like the The hexproof. As far as I know. I kind of base that off of the leyline cards. Every color has its own leyline card that you can play for free at the beginning. For black, it's leyline of... I should know this. I have so many of this card. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Leyline of something, but I think white is the one where your leyline makes you hexproof. I'm not gonna play Ghoul Razor. I'm gonna wait on that. I know it would be damage on the board, which would be cool. But I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait. Ooh, Essence Channeler. If you've lost life, this creature has flying and vigilance. When you gain life, put a counter on this creature. When it dies, put its counters on creature you control. Speaker of the Heavens. This bitch. I hate Speaker of the Heavens. Ooh, okay, but Erebos, your opponents can't gain life. And it's indestructible. Knowing white, they're probably gonna like exile it, but they just used their make your move. Well, that was destroy anyway. Not exile. What you got? What you got? What you got?
I protect those who cannot protect themselves.
What you got? Can't gain life. Chat, we might have a chance this round. We might have a chance. Okay, let's go in with Tithing Blade. Sacrifice a creature. Probably Speaker of the Heavens, because there's nothing they can do with it if they can't gain life. That's what I would think. Ooh. Let's go ahead and Rotten Reunion. Exile it. Do it again. Make another zombie. All in a day's work. Huh, chat? Yeah, these cards that keep people from gaining life, those have been really useful in this deck. Really useful. You know how when you play a regular video game, okay, tell me if this applies to you also. When I play a regular game like Skyrim, right, or I mean any Elder Scrolls game or any like fantasy game where you're fighting someone, if they're gaining life when you're fighting them, if you have like, you're in a dungeon and there's like a necromancer that's like reanimating all these zombies, or like a mage that's like healing themselves while you're killing them, I'm like, get out of here. You're not allowed to gain life. You're an NPC. You're the enemy. You're an NPC. Let's go ahead and attack this Ajani. Yeah, it feels wrong when your opponent can gain life in a video game. So I love the concept of, even though this is a real person, keeping them from gaining life because they're my opponent. Okay, let's draw a card just in case. Oh my god, it's more land. Is this gonna happen? Am I gonna get stuck with land? Oh my god. I'm putting my Ghoul Razor in now just so that I have some damage on the board. They might attack it, that's fine. They might remove it, but oh my god. Typical white.
I am proud of those who walk beside me.
Return it from the graveyard? Oh my god. Is white like the imposter color? Am I just learning this about white? I've seen a counter. I've seen white return someone from a graveyard. I'm so confused. Okay, first I'm gonna attack with my Ghoul Razor. First I'm gonna attack with my Ghoul Razor. This is the plan. I'm gonna either take out their Ajani or their Speaker of the Heavens. Then I'm gonna hit him with the Oath of Liliana. Take out their other creature. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. It's just an endless, relentless barrage. What even was that? Create Ajani's Pride Mate. Exile Ajani and each artifact and creature your opponents control. Okay, I guess get rid of it if you want to, dang. I'm just gonna attack, I'm gonna go for it. Will this be my undoing? I hope not. But I feel like if I'm not aggressive, they're just gonna stack, like, power, you know? Soul Warden, that's the card. Soul Warden. I told you, every boring vanilla white deck has Soul Warden, Ajani's Pride Mate, Hallowed Priest, Speaker of the Heavens, Angel of Vitality, okay? Exile target creature. Who do we want to exile? Probably Soul Warden, right? No, probably Ocelot Pride. Yeah, we'll get that one out of there. I think we could potentially rebound from this. Okay. Return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. I only have one creature, so that wouldn't be great. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That might be better. Because it's life gain. And then on the next turn, I can return my Ghoul Razor. How much health? Ghoul Razor is a 2/2. Okay. I think returning Ghoul Razor is our only chance. It's our only chance. Oh, God. Chad, this is exhausting. I am exhausted right now. Okay, Grave Pact. Liliana's Mastery. They're still gonna get me with the Angel of Vitality. But maybe if I attack with Ghoul Razor, they'll block with it. It'll die. They'll have to sacrifice someone. Maybe that'll make it better. I don't know. Ooh. It's not gonna save us. But it was a good try. I think it was a good effort. It was a good effort. GG. That puts us at 6 losses, 3 wins. I was hoping we'd do so much better today. We've lost all progress that we've gained, except making it to silver. We made it to silver. No one can take that from me, at least until everything resets. Let's play one more. See if we can get one last win. Because right now, this is almost as bad as last time. This is almost as bad as last time. Do you guys think I can even get this deck higher than this? Have I been misguided in every dream I've ever had? I don't know. I don't know. Makes you think. Okay, can we talk about this background? I think this is my favorite background of like any of the backgrounds that they have. Okay, chat. We have a blue, black, maybe mill deck? Let's just go for Rotten Reunion. Oh my god. What was I just saying earlier, the last time we fought a blue deck? I have no defense against milling in this deck. Theoretically, milling should be a good thing because it's a zombie deck. So I'm playing a bunch of stuff from my graveyard. But I feel like that's not happening as much as it should be. Right? I'm not getting enough, like, graveyard pulling. Something to consider. Okay, I'm gonna hold off. Because they're just gonna block me with their stupid ruin crab. I'm gonna lose my zombie for nothing. You know what? Crypt Feaster, the one that I removed a bunch of, that was the one that was profiting off of the cards I had in my graveyard. Maybe I should bring that back. What is this? What fresh hell? Oh god. Alright, let's get the Unstoppable Slasher down. Don't counter it. Don't counter it! Don't counter it! Fuck my life. I hate blue players. No, I don't hate anyone. No hate. No hate in the game. No hate in the game. I feel sick. Sometimes in decks like this, I think to myself, maybe I can outlast them. Maybe it can just come down to outlasting. Because their deck is only 47 cards, and mine is 204 at this point. So maybe they'll run out of cards first. Even if they mill me out. You know? I don't know. That's what I tell myself. Makes me feel better. 1,000 card anti-mill deck when? That's... I wish I could make a deck with 1,000 cards. Don't even tempt me. I'm gonna write a letter to Wizards of the Coast and say, please let me make a 1,000 card deck. Well, in real Magic, in real life, is there a card limit? Like, is there some sort of general rule that I'm not aware of like, you can only have so many cards in your deck? Because my impression was that, like, it's minimum 60, but you can have as many as you really want to have in your deck. If you're just playing, like, not Commander, but general Magic. I don't know. I play what I'm sure is, like, a bastardized form of some kind of standard Magic. Let's get that guy out of there. Don't counter it! Don't counter it! I'm gonna cry. Guys, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. They can only have so many counters in this deck, okay? They can only have so many counters. We will endure. We will endure. We'll make it to the end. I can't believe we're back in blue hell. I feel like I should play a different deck to show you guys that there are actually good decks that I've made. If they counter my Planeswalker, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god! My dog came down to check on me because she heard I was stressed. She heard I was stressed about playing blue players. She came to check on me. She's like, are you okay? Oh my god, it's a fucking land. It's a fucking land. Oh my god. It's my turn! Should I concede? Is it worth it? Yeah, I'm gonna concede. It's not worth it. 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 I'm not losing anything by conceding. My rank is the same. It's not worth it. Okay, chat. We are at 7 losses, 3 wins, exact same as yesterday, even with all the tweaks I made to this deck. So if you have any suggestions for how I can tweak this deck to make it better and rank up, let me know. Let me know. Because honestly, I'm stumped. I'm gonna meditate on it tonight. I'm gonna stay on it and pray on it. But, like, I don't know. Maybe we take it back to play and workshop it a little bit. Maybe I should come back and play some decks that have gotten me to higher ranks before. And I can, like, learn from that. I think I should play a 5-color deck. Because that's really where I think I shine. But you guys let me know what you want to see. Because I don't want to bore you. I don't want to bore you. But I might do that. I'm going to try to be back tomorrow to do a little bit more of this. And yeah, maybe we'll have better luck than 7 losses and 3 wins 2 days in a row. Either way, thank you so much for joining me today. This was a lot of fun. We'll leave it here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.